Okay, so what we want to take a look at is how do we go about taking our image that we've put together and then how do we actually make it look like they work together? Because right now they have very different feelings, the sky and the tree. So what can we do? Well, we can do a couple things. One, I could start just with the tree and I'm going to come on in here and I'm going to actually work with the levels. So I'm going to come to levels and I can see that the sky actually has a lot more contrast. So I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to come on in with this, add this in, and maybe even make it a little bit darker overall. Excellent. Now, what I could do too is I could work with the images together. So I could even add an adjustment layer to both of them. So I can come on in and wherever, if I put it over top, now I can access all my adjustment layers right in here. So one more time, I'm going to come and do the levels for both of them. And again, I can see that it's going to affect both of them underneath. And again, I can play around with this as well, trying to make them look like they're working together. Now, another thing that I can do, and I'm going to actually really work with this up in here, is I can let some of the image come through. And when I took this image, I can see that I really focused in here and that this part up in here got blurry. Now, in the actual photo that was taken, the green is blurry, so it makes more sense, but it doesn't make that much sense in here. So I'm going to actually click back onto this image in here, and I am going to put black on top. And what I'm going to do though is I'm going to lower the opacity. Okay, so again, I'm going to lower the opacity. I'll go down, let's go down to in the 40s. And then I have the black up on top. And I'm going to make my brush bigger, right? And I'm just going to kind of swoop through and I'm going to just start showing some of the stars coming through. Definitely get it over in here. And maybe I'll even hit this little part up in here. And now this has just more of a feel of the blurriness of it isn't so in focus. So there we have it. Now I could come down below as well. I actually really like the way it looks down in here. Let me maybe over in here show some of the stars coming through over in this part. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller in here and maybe even really let some of this come through in some of these parts. So again, the beautiful thing about this is if we overdo it, we can put it back in. So I'm going to put the white up on top and put a little bit of this back in, make it bigger, smaller, and just really keep working with it until I get an image that I like. Okay, I definitely don't like that one too much. So there we have it. Lots of possibilities. I'm starting to like the way that this is shaping up. I especially like what's happening over in this section. Now, sometimes too, what will happen is you'll start working on a project and you'll realize, oh, okay, I need to go take pictures of, like you'll really get a sense of the things that you want to go take pictures of. So thanks so much for listening. And there's so many possibilities. In the next video, I'm going to show you another double exposure project. And again, how is this a double exposure? Well, we can say that we have more than one image. We could even call it a multiple exposure. And we look at double, we're really just thinking of two images, but multiple exposure, we have several images that we're bringing together to create one image. Thanks so much.